Hello everyone and welcome. This is JC for Top 3 Productions, and today I have a new Mandela Effect video for you guys. In this video I'm going to be talking about possible connection between the Mandela Effect and CERN. I'm also going to be showing you guys a bunch of Mandela Effect examples that I have never shown here on my channel before. I had previously covered this subject in another video called Theory Number 1, where I spoke about the experimentation that's going on at CERN in the Large Hadron Collider and the possibility that it might be connected to the Mandela Effect. I also analyzed another video that CERN had released titled We Are Happy at CERN, and it has the CERN staff dancing, and during that video there's this small little clip that shows the physicist John Ellis holding up two signs, one that reads Bond 1 and another one that reads Mandela. I analyzed these two signs and I came to the conclusion that the message that was being said was Nelson Mandela. And I also came to the conclusion that these two signs might be connected to a very powerful Mandela effect from the movie Moonraker. If you would like to find out how I came to those conclusions, I would highly recommend that you check that video out. But for today, I have some new information to share with you guys coming out of CERN. And this has to do with a pamphlet that CERN hands out when you visit the Large Hadron Collider site, and it's the Big Bang passport. And basically what it is, it's a little fun way to explore the 10 stages of the Large Hadron Collider when you visit. The Large Hadron Collider is located in the border of France and Switzerland, and what they want you to do is just go through each of the stages and get your passport stamped, which sounds pretty fun and fun for the whole family. However, a lot of people have noticed that this passport has some very interesting imagery that is related to the Mandela effect. And today I'm going to be showing you guys that, and we're going to be analyzing some of the imagery in this pamphlet and see if you can figure out what's going on. So here's the pamphlet, Passport Big Bang, a journey through the French and Swiss countryside in search of the origins of matter and the universe. Here we have this, and it tells you some information about the passport and how to do it, how you should use the passport, and then it shows you an image of the site. This is the Large Hadron Collider. The yellow line represents where the Large Hadron Collider is. It's about 17 miles across, and there's 10 stages. Okay. And then it tells you some information about the Large Hadron Collider, and it also gives you a little mission so you can have some fun to restart the Large Hadron Collider. It has been shut down. Accept the mission and go through the stages and restart the Large Hadron Collider. That's like a little game they have inside the passport. And we go into the first stage, which is the Atlas stage. And we have this these first images. We have noticeably Darth Vader right here with a little question mark on his head. And then we have an image inside the Large Hadron Collider. We have a little race car driver guy. Then we have the neutrino stage, and we have three little ghosts, the phantom particles. Some trivial questions. Then it shows you underground, some more of the Large Hadron Collider underground. And then we get to the Alice stage, and we have Alice chasing the white rabbit. And then it gives you some more stuff, puzzles for the children, for the family. And then we get to the acceleration stage, and it talks about 300,000 kilometers per second, which is how fast the particles are being accelerated, nearly the speed of light. And then we get to the CMS stage. We have some more imagery. And then we get to the cryogenic state, which have a little refrigerator. Then we get to the LHCb stage. And this has a very interesting image as well. We have this image right here from Snow White, the Queen. And we have her reflection. But if we zoom in on this reflection, it's very interesting that her reflection is different inside the mirror. We'll come back around to that. Anyways, then we go to the precision stage, and we have some more puzzles, and finally we get down here, and that's it. It just gives you a summary of each of the stages: the Atlas, control center stage, neutrino stage, Atlas stage, acceleration stage, CMS stage, environment stage, cryogenic stage, LHCb stage, and the precision stage. And that's basically the whole pamphlet. And now let's analyze some of this imagery. What I'm going to do for the analysis of the images, I'm going to look at certain images, and what I'm going to try to do is link them up to known Mandela effects. For some, it's very clear to what Mandela effects they might be related to. Some we have to kind of guess, and others I just don't know yet. And maybe you guys get some ideas and you could post it in the comment section. Anyways, let's get started. The first image I'm going to be looking at is this first image we looked at when we started the pamphlet up. Is the one with Darth Vader and a little question mark on top of his head. Obviously, there's a very popular Mandela effect related to Star Wars and Darth Vader. The very popular line, Luke, I am your father. And many people seem to believe that it has changed to no, I am your father. I covered this Mandela effect in my top 100 video. And yeah, it's a pretty popular Mandela effect, and we have little Darth Vader here with a question mark on top of his head, perhaps trying to remember the line. Moving on, we have Alice in Wonderland. In one of my update videos, I also covered a Mandela effect from Alice in Wonderland, and it was also a quote. Most everyone is mad here. However, many people remember it as we are all mad here. And I showed how a bunch of people had gotten tattoos with this quote on their bodies, and there was a ton of merchandise with this exact quote. So it's a very popular quote from Alice in Wonderland, and apparently now it has changed. So this imagery might be related to that Mandela effect. Moving on to the last one of the one that might be very obvious to figure out what they might be referring to is the one in the LHCb stage, and it's from the Queen from Snow White. She's looking into the mirror, and as many of you might know already, there's a very popular Mandela effect related to that as well. The quote again, mirror mirror on the wall. It has now changed to magic mirror on the wall. And yeah, that's a pretty easy one to figure out. She's even looking into the mirror. The other thing that caught my attention with this one, as you can see her reflection in the mirror, she's got a red nose, and her lipstick is like all over the place, kind of like a clown. Like I don't know what that really could symbolize. Maybe it's symbolizing that they're trying to be funny. This is all a big joke by showing us all this imagery, and it's just a big game to them. Or some other people have said that this has to do with that whole clown thing that happened a while back, that was something to do with that. I really don't know, but it's pretty creepy the way they took their time and went ahead and changed the image inside the mirror. For these next few, I'm going to try my best to try to connect the dots and see what they were trying to refer to, if anything, and let's see how it goes. For the one I'm going to do next is the neutrino stage, the phantom particles. We have the three little ghosts, and there is a Mandela effect related to Ghost, and it has to do with the show Ghost Hunters. Many people remember it as TAPS. For the first season or two, they remember the show being called TAPS instead of Ghost Hunters, and it's a pretty popular Mandela effect. I haven't covered this one at all in my channel, but yeah, there is a Mandela effect related to Ghosts, so it could easily be related to that one. The next one I'll try to figure out is the Atlas stage. It has Atlas, the Colossus of Physics. He's holding up the particle accelerator on his back instead of the world. Of course, Atlas could also be referring to geography, and while I don't cover Mandela effects related to geography really on my channel, other people have done so, and it's actually pretty popular in the Mandela effect community. Geographical Mandela effects. I have I want to show you guys a little cheat sheet they have on the Reddit forums. They update this regularly, and basically it's like a little cheat sheet of all the Mandela effects they found. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them, a lot of the popular ones. And under geography, you can see there's like at least 10 different geography Mandela effects. So it's definitely something that a lot of people have noticed, and it could easily be related to that. I try to stay away from the geography Mandela effects for the simple fact that many people are not particularly good with world geography in general, and I don't think that doing Mandela effects related to geography will get the type of reaction and attention that I would want in my videos. So I kind of steered away from those, but they're definitely there, and they've been there. And you guys can see them here. On the left hand side is what people remember, and then on the right hand side what it actually is now. So yeah, there it is. Next up we have the CMS stage, and we have a little bodybuilder guy lifting, doing heavyweight lifting. For this one, people have theorized that it might have to do with the anatomy, and of course there's a lot of changes in that people have reported for anatomy. I also try to stay clear of these just because it's such a controversial topic, and honestly very creepy if indeed there is changes in the human anatomy related to the Mandela effect. Although I have covered a few, in particular the ones with the human skull. I did one just in my last update video regarding the 6 holes in the skull, and also one regarding the eye sockets in the skull. However, there is many other Mandela effects that people have reported, and many people agree on. For example, the positioning of the heart. Many people remember it to the far left, but it's actually in the center, leaning to the left. Another one is the position of the kidneys. Many people remember it, the kidneys being much lower in the back when they're actually much higher. Another one, with the human skeleton, and they have, I believe, like 2 other ones that I can't particularly remember right now. So yeah, there is a few Mandela effects related to the human anatomy, so there might be a connection with that. For many people, it's just too insane to imagine that the Mandela effect could change the human anatomy. However, if you've seen my theory number 2 video where I talk about the simulated universe and reality, if that is the case, it could absolutely be possible that anything could be changed, including the human anatomy. So if you haven't seen that video and all this just sounds crazy to you, I highly recommend that you check that out. Many have given it a shot, and they seem to really enjoy that theory that I presented on that video. I have a 92% like rate on that one, so it's a pretty feasible theory, and once you give it a shot, you'll actually see how likely it is that it might be a real possibility. And just to wrap this up really quick, I'm gonna try to tackle the last few really quick and tell you what some of the people have been saying regarding this. These are just pretty much a long shot, and people are just trying to figure it out, but they're just throwing out ideas out there. So it might actually be something else or nothing, who knows. But anyways, for the yellow jacket, some people have been saying it's related to a Mandela effect regarding Carmen Sandiego. That people remember her having a yellow jacket instead of a red one. For the refrigerator, people remember the spelling of refrigerator being different, having a D in it, and no longer has that. For the 300,000, which is nearly the speed of light, where they refer to the acceleration of the particles, it might just mean that, or there's a few other things that might be connected to that, but nobody's really sure on that one. And I would like to end this video by just looking at the final stage, the precision stage. and their the wording they use for that stage. Scientific giants, basically just patting themselves in the back for the work they're doing over there at CERN. They stating they have devilish precision, which is a very interesting choice of words. Devilish precision, huh? Perhaps alluding to the fact they may have homed in on the skills that it takes to create these Mandela effects and just basically altered our reality at their will. Maybe that was the whole point of this whole Large Hadron Collider. Who knows, but it's pretty interesting that they chose to use those words. And also, many people have pointed this out to me in the past, but I just never paid any attention to this. But there is some symbolism here, and I'll flip the CERN logo for you guys, so you guys could just spot that yourselves, and maybe there is something to it now that I see this wording that they're using here. Devilish precision with the actual CERN logo. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. That video was a little bit more raw than usual and unpolished due to the fact that I didn't have a script for it. I just spoke off the top of my head so I could just get this information out to you guys as quickly as possible, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I would really appreciate a like, and if you haven't done so, I would also appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.